How's it going, everybody? It's me, Shane. I'm here to give you another Rurouni Kenshin 2023 episode review. Today's episode is episode 19, entitled Tsunan and the Nishiki paintings. Before I go any further, please hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be notified of more videos just like this one. Take these calls of action. They're second nature. And honestly, I do depend on each and every last one of you, and I do appreciate everyone that takes the time to watch any of these, to leave a comment. I appreciate you all, and I am sorry that I'm a bit behind, but don't worry. We're still trucking along. This episode was just kind of a easy one. I hate to call it. This feels like the calm before the storm. We're getting to know a little bit more about Kenshin, a little bit more about Sano, just before shit hits the fan, and what I like to call one of the literal best arcs of all of anime, possibly all of manga too, but one of the, at least it's in my top 10, which I should probably do a top 10, my top 10 favorite arcs or sagas. Yeah. Because we're getting there. But let's finish this up. Remember last week when Sano threw a party and was like, "All right, I'm going with you, brother. I won't betray you. Sekiho Army for life." Yeah. Well, he did go with him, and they did a nice little diversion. The dude was smart enough to have Tsunan was smart enough to have like wicks that are like I don't want to call them delayed, but the guy knows how to make the bombs, so which they go off later. And there's a lot of confusion, so they're just gonna go on the inside of the ministry, and that's what they're gonna do. By the time that they jump over the fence, or should I say the wall, which I like the fact that the wall has a little space for them to land on. It's not like this little thin wall that they gotta both jump right over. Kenshin's already there, blade in hand, just looking super serious. Of course, Tsunan is like, "You're imperialist dog," just throwing all of the slanderous slurs you could. And Kenshin is Kenshin, right? Dude throws bombs. Kenshin doesn't even have to slash the bombs. He just hits the end of the wicks. The guy just keeps throwing them. And at one point he's like, "Oh, I got him." Sanosuke's like, "No, he just dodged the bomb. You didn't actually hit him." And when he tells him, "All right, it's over, dude. We're done." And I love the fact that Tsunan asked Kenshin, "Are you here to take back Sano?" And Kenshin's just like, "No, Sano made his decision as a man. I'm here to stop you from doing more atrocious acts." Literally, Kenshin's like, "I'm gonna stop you from making an even bigger mistake." And part of me wonders if Kenshin just like ran all the way there and then said, "Hey guys, I'm just gonna stand over here in the yard. You all know who I am. I'm Hikitori Batosai. You know me. I'm just gonna stand over here. I just want to stand over here." Or if he just jumped over and just said, "All right, I'm gonna wait because they're obviously gonna come this way." Excuse me. Brain farted. And as you know, as he's telling Sano's telling him, "This is this is over, this is done." Which, by the by, dude hates Kenshin even more because he finds out that Kenshin is the Hikitori Batosai. Of course, he and Sanosuke is trying to I'm trying to find the right word for it, but it's trying to tell him like, "Hey, this guy understands how we feel. And essentially, he has to do the old anime trope of punch in the stomach, knock him out. And he's like, "All right, I gotta figure out how to get us out of here." And Kenshin's like, "There's a hole right here." Literally, he's like, "That's part of the plan." Kenshin is smart. He foresaw this. He's like, "I'm just gonna dodge it, give you a way out." And I love the fact that Sanosuke asked Kenshin, "Hey, if I was really super on board with him, would you have come at me full force?" And Kenshin goes, "Yeah, I would. I'm not going to do any half-hearted conclusions." And Sanosuke's like, "I figured." And pretty sure Sanosuke would have preferred that anyway, right? And essentially, the episode boils down to Sanosuke having a heart to heart with his old childhood friend, the two youngest of the Sekiho Army, and they end up having a fist fight because dude wants to kill himself. He wants to commit seppuku, which is ritualistic, cut yourself across the belly. He wants to go in front of the place, do it, and then what'll happen is everybody will be like, oh, what's going on? And he'll be exposing that they did that bad thing to the Sekiho Army 10 years ago. And Sanosuke, by the way, dude he didn't only just make regular bombs, he made smoke bombs, flash bombs, and he used a smoke bomb on Sanosuke. He used a smoke bomb on cops that are like, what are you doing out this late? Which I'm like, STFU, I'm a grown ass man. Why can't I be out? I guess with what was going on there, they would probably have to ask those questions, right? But he runs, the dude runs, they all run, and they have this fist fight. And Sanosuke is obviously stronger than him. He was stronger than him as children, but we'll get to that in a minute. And the guy's mad, saying, I'm not like you. Our 10 years have been different. And Sanosuke has to flip it on him, tells him, killing yourself is not going to make the world turn. You're not going to stop anything. This is a different era than what we're in. By the by, remember the party we had? And I love this because I felt like this is what the purpose of the party was on Sanosuke's side, to introduce your friend to all these different types of people in this new era. Kaoru, he calls her the Young Miss. The Young Miss is out there pushing swordsmanship during this era and trying to change it. Yahiko, he is literally a fallen samurai noble from samurai nobility, but he's not crying, even though he has every right to, and he's been looked down upon. Look at Megumi. Megumi was forced to do some really messed up stuff, and she's making it up every day. Even his buddies, I think it's Shinji and somebody else, they don't live the best of lives, but they go about smiling and trying to do things differently. The Meiji era is different. Even he's trying to convince him and treat upon him that Kenshin is just like them. This guy lives his life every day trying to save others, because as a manslayer, he had to get down to the nitty gritty on the more shadier side of things, and he's not satisfied with how the government is. But everyone's doing their part to do things differently. You were stuck in your own shell for 10 years, and this is all you came up with when there are other ways you could do things. And one of the things I forgot to write down here, I do like the fact that Kenshin, man of his word, he's burying the bombs, he's not turning them in. Even I love that this is a very realistic conversation where, like, you're friends with someone else and you're friends with another person. You have to trust this other person, but your friend's like, can we really trust him? Yeah, no, I know this guy, because Kenshin's bearing the bombs, but he has the spark. He sparks one of the flash ones and throws it up. And of course, Sanosuke and Tsunan, they're both looking up at it. Sanosuke's smiling because it's a beautiful sight to see in the middle of the night. And it's showing that his buddy's keeping his word. And it's something that gives Tsunan something to think about. And Tsunan, we get a nice little flashback of when they were younger, fist fighting with Sanosuke. And of course, Captain Sakura tells him, hey, sweep the leg, Johnny. And he sweeps the leg and beats Sanosuke. They're fighting over Sanosuke eating some of his food or whatever. And he tells him, hey, fight your own way. Fight battles in a way that only you can. And this is what inspires him. So sooner or later, Kenshin and Sanosuke, they're going down the street. They run into the painter. The painter goes, hey, the guy Sugioka, I forget his pen name. Let me give you this. He painted his one last painting. And Sanosuke has not gone to visit him because he says it's kind of embarrassing to go visit the dude after you beat him up. And it's a picture of Captain Sakura smiling. He told the seller man, hey, I'm not doing this anymore. He's going to make an illustrated newspaper to correct the tyranny of the government. He tried to warn him. He said, I'm trying to warn them that, the government's cracking down on stuff like that. But Sanosuke smiles. He's happy. Kenshin's happy. This guy is finally going to do things in his own way. You're great at drawing. Go forth and put out a paper. Now, I probably wouldn't have left town. I probably would have stayed in town with, Hikitori Batosai and Sagura, Mr. Badman, get a little protection. So, the government isn't trying to, I don't know, throw you in jail, because that's kind of what governments did back in the day. Kind of what some governments do right now. But I ain't gonna go there. Now, the importance of this episode, besides being a clean up from last week and getting a little bit more into characters' motivations and their minds, explaining them to the viewers for when we get into this next glorious arc, is the people at the ministry. They're like, okay, well, no one's claimed credit for the attack and no one was hurt. Do we think it was Shishio's group? Shishio's group? Oh, but there's been no word of them in Tokyo. No, there's no word of them in Tokyo. And besides, if it was Shishio's group, there would have been a body count and there would have been casualties. So we're just trying to keep everything close, under wraps, and just pay attention to Shishio. Shishio Wakamori, one of anime and manga's greatest villains. I love it. So, the next episode for me to review is called Meiji Swordsman Romantic Story Act 0 Part 1. Ooh, we getting closer to the crust. I just Saito, hurry your ass up and get here. It's getting good, y'all. But this is pretty much an average episode. I do like characterization episodes that are kind of explaining, how far Sanosuke's come. He was very hard on himself when Kenshin had to kick his ass. His buddy's kind of a reverse of that, and they have different skills. One is a puncher, another one is a painter. So they're gonna go about bringing honor to their fallen, I guess, adopted father and their fallen brethren in a different way to defeat this era, which, okay, I'm down. For a pretty average episode, I got to give it a 3. Wasn't bad. This is kind of average for this series when you get something nice like this. I believe before this we got, was it a Yahiko episode? Where it's like, oh, we technically got 2 Yahiko episodes with Yutaro, but the one where he was working with the money and the girl and the fighting on his own ish. We get these kind of episodes here, which is good. You need those to flesh things out, and that's fine. But that's pretty average. 3 out of 5 from me. Tell me, what did you think of the episode? It was okay. You watch it. Could be something you throw in the background. It's one of those arcs that I guess if you're a huge fan of Sanosuke, you're all in, but nothing of consequence happened here. We just got the name drop of our next big bad. I guess who was? Oh yeah, the Oniwaban arc was our first big bad. So our next big bad, what I would consider the Cell of the series. Oh, this is good. This is gonna be great. I can't wait. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be notified of more videos such as this one. We are on the road. Please be good, be blessed. Wash those hands, drink some water. Make sure you're taking care of yourself, all right? Stay safe out there. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. Either way it goes, don't be a jerk, all right? Remember, around the holidays, things can feel kind of rough, and we all get our emotional moments, and sometimes they're a little bit deeper than that, right? Make sure you reach out to someone if you're having, some unsavory thoughts. Make sure you reach out and talk to somebody, because there are people out there that care about you and they would rather talk to you today than to miss you and mourn you tomorrow, okay? Please reach out to somebody. As a matter of fact, hit me up. My social medias are right there in the description. Follow me, send me a message, say hi. I'll get to you as soon as I can. Just don't be a jerk and we'll be good. So until next time, y'all, I'm crossing my fingers that this next one I review is going to dip a little bit more to that Shishio pond. I can't wait. Oro?